image of the MGM Grand Hotel in 2023, known as an unmissable choice for tourists visiting Las Vegas. Contrary to its dazzling and attractive beauty, few still remember that this place once witnessed a horrific disaster. On the night of November 21, 1980, Las Vegas, the city of shimmering lights and glamorous dreams, suddenly turned into a living hell. The MGM Grand Hotel, a symbol of luxury and splendor, was engulfed by flames. Hundreds of people were trapped in thick black smoke, desperately searching for escape. An unprecedented and horrifying tragedy struck America's Sin City. So, what caused this heartbreaking outcome? Why would a symbol of opulence and power like the MGM Grand end up buried in a sea of fire? Dozens of lives were lost unjustly. Has the truth been exposed yet? And let's join Con Hall in uncovering the mystery of the story. The incident that Las Vegas never wants you to know about. The MGM Grand Hotel fire in 1980. And as usual, before diving into the main content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to support our team. Thank you very much. Dawn gradually broke over the Las Vegas horizon. Randy Howard, a guest staying at the MGM Grand Hotel, was sound asleep after a night enjoying the vibrant atmosphere of the city that never sleeps. Suddenly, he was awakened by noisy sounds outside the door and the blaring sirens on the streets. Not only Randy, but most other guests in the hotel were unaware that a serious fire disaster was occurring and quickly engulfing the entire building. When Randy regained consciousness, he realized he was trapped in a deadly trap. Black smoke billowed from the hallway, covering all exits. The more he tried to find a way out, the more Randy realized he was surrounded by walls of fire. In this critical situation, he could only hope for a miracle. On the morning of November 21, 1980, disaster struck unexpectedly. The MGM Grand Hotel was submerged in a sea. The fire originated from the service area of the deli restaurant on the first floor. At this time, the restaurant was not yet open, and staff were still preparing for their shift. Suddenly, an employee at the nearby coffee shop noticed electrical sparks and black smoke coming from the wall. She hurriedly ran to inform the manager, but just seconds later, the flames quickly spread and covered the entire area. It was terrifying. Within minutes, the fire spread at a dizzying pace, causing the entire electrical lighting system in the restaurant to fail. Almost immediately, at 7:16 a.m., the fire department received an alarm from the hotel's security team. Shortly after, a fire truck and a rescue team from Fire Station 11 were dispatched to the scene. Subsequently, the response force was reinforced with 3 more fire trucks, a ladder truck, a hose carrier, and another rescue team. In total, 23 firefighters participated in firefighting and rescue operations. The first fire team approached the casino from the north entrance, noting no signs of panic among the customers. It seemed they still didn't know what was happening. However, the situation quickly became complicated when a fireball suddenly appeared in the eastern area of the casino, accompanied by thick black smoke billowing from the entrance of the deli restaurant. The fire rapidly spread, forcing the fire team to conduct an emergency evacuation of customers. In less than a minute, the entire firefighting force had to retreat to the fire truck positions for safety. A firefighter recounted that at that moment, flames had burst through the main entrance on the west side, causing the entire casino to be quickly buried in a sea of fire. At 7:21 a.m., Fire Station 11 issued a Level 2 alarm signal, simultaneously requesting 4 more fire trucks, 1 ladder truck, 1 command team, and 1 rescue unit to the scene. However, the fire erupted so quickly and intensely that they had to upgrade the alarm to Level 3 to request additional support. Meanwhile, at the hotel, many guests did not receive any notification about the fire until smoke began entering their rooms. The atmosphere immediately turned to panic. The scene at that moment was simply too terrifying. The fire primarily raged inside the casino on the first floor, while the hotel tower was not significantly affected. However, the toxic smoke was the opposite. The ventilation system and gaps in the building's structure became the main pathways for smoke, causing severe pollution throughout the entire area. especially the hotel tower. At the scene, smoke completely covered the northern and western entrances of the casino as well as the hotel tower's staircases. Firefighters urgently deployed to extinguish the blaze. However, accessing the scene was very difficult due to the casino's interior design lacking windows. 8 fire trucks attempted to control the fierce flames by spraying water through any openings the authorities could find. 2 ladder trucks were positioned on both sides of the northern entrance to rescue panicked guests pushing and shoving, rushing towards windows and balconies. Toxic smoke continuously rushed into rooms and hallways, causing guests to desperately seek fresh air. In the critical situation, many people saved themselves by finding every possible escape route, even utilizing bed sheets to create makeshift ropes. Firefighters were well aware that in such situations, reckless actions were almost unavoidable. Yet, unfortunately, a tragic fatality occurred right then, further increasing the pressure and determination of the rescue team. Rescuing victims from the 26-story tower was extremely difficult because ladder trucks could only reach the 9th floor. Therefore, the rescue team was forced to conduct operations directly inside the building. Given the emergency, a police helicopter unit flying over the area sent out a distress signal, requesting the mobilization of all available helicopter force. Then, by 8:30 a.m., about 20 helicopters had gathered at the MGM Grand Hotel. To enhance rescue capabilities, the U.S. Air Force quickly dispatched heavy-lift helicopters from the nearest base to the scene. A large-scale rescue operation was deployed, quickly proving effective, involving close coordination among forces. It is estimated that about 300 people were safely airlifted by helicopter. Notably, military pilots performed complex rescue missions, safely lowering 12 victims trapped on balconies to the ground. Not only were victims rescued, but helicopters were also used to transport emergency equipment to the scene, such as oxygen tanks, firefighting gear, and even fire hoses to the hotel rooftop, ensuring a timely response. Inside the building, rescue forces quickly deployed search and rescue operations, fully equipped with oxygen tanks. The personnel conducted thorough searches of every nook and cranny in the building's total of 2,100 rooms, despite it being an extremely difficult task. Besides helicopters, they used ladders, ropes, and any suitable tools to evacuate victims. Even a construction worker from a nearby site showed bravery by proactively using scaffolding to create a safe escape route, helping save dozens of others. However, smoke and toxic gases adversely affected many people present in the hotel. A series of rescued victims experienced respiratory problems, and some even lost consciousness. All ambulances were dispatched to the MGM Grand Hotel, where makeshift medical stations were urgently set up. In the thick smoke, rescue forces discovered many bodies scattered throughout the building. The rapid spread of toxic smoke turned many areas of the hotel into a death trap. Some victims were trapped in stairwells dense with smoke because automatic doors closed according to fire safety standards. Ironically, this safety design became a cause of many casualties. In desperation, they tried to dig, scratch, and claw at the doors to find an escape. The press later described bloody handprints left on the walls in these areas. On the other hand, many victims opened windows trying to find fresh air, but ended up inhaling toxic smoke billowing in from outside. There were even cases of death by asphyxiation while still asleep because the air conditioning system pumped toxic carbon monoxide into the bedrooms. At 10 a.m., the rescue team invited a priest to the upper floors of the hotel to pray for the surviving victims. Beneath the casino, the fire was basically controlled after 75 minutes. However, it took another 4.5 hours for the flames to be completely extinguished. Finally, at 1 p.m., firefighting teams temporarily withdrew from the scene, but the search and recovery of victims' bodies from the building continued until 9 p.m. that day. The fire claimed a total of 85 lives, including 78 guests and 7 hotel employees, with 627 injured. Among them 588 guests, 25 employees, and 14 firefighters. Most victims died from inhaling toxic smoke and carbon monoxide poisoning. The horrific disaster at the MGM Grand Hotel shocked the entire United States and sparked a series of public outrage waves. Many questions were raised about the cause of the fire, the speed of the fire's spread, The effectiveness of the fire prevention and firefighting systems in one of Las Vegas's most luxurious hotels, as well as the response measures of the hotel staff. Investigators were determined to find answers to these questions. Subsequent findings revealed the negative aspects behind the glamorous image of Las Vegas. Immediately after the first floor fire was extinguished, experts proceeded to collect evidence of the scene. Witness testimonies clearly confirmed that the fire originated from the deli restaurant, making it the focal point for investigators searching for clues. They discovered that the fire started from an electrical short in a wall outlet. But what caused this incident? Despite spending over $120 million to build the hotel, it turned out that the investor had cut costs during construction. Further investigation revealed that the pastry display case was installed after the hotel began operations. Connected to an external cooling unit via a copper pipe system running along the building's base, constant vibrations from the refrigerator caused the copper pipes to rub against electrical conduits, leading to wear over time. Additionally, substandard installation practices involved excessively bent and kinked electrical conduits, which tore the insulation, exposing bare wires that overheated and generated sparks, causing the fire. On the morning of the disaster, the fire smoldered for hours before erupting violently. The main reason the flames spread rapidly was identified as flammable interior materials like plastic and carpets, combined with electronic devices and furnishings in the casino. As the fire engulfed the casino, it caused the false ceiling to collapse, creating vertical gaps that allowed smoke and toxic gases to rise into the hotel tower. It is regrettable to know that the disaster could have been prevented if the investor had installed a fire alarm and automatic sprinkler system. Built in the late 1960s, the MGM Grand Hotel strictly complied with the fire safety regulations of that era. Accordingly, automatic sprinkler systems were only mandatory in specific areas. The deli restaurant where the fire originated initially operated 24/7, so it had no sprinkler system because staff could quickly detect and handle any fire. However, later on, even though the deli stopped operating at night, the automatic sprinkler system was still not installed. Even when fire safety regulations were updated in 1978, the hotel management was not compelled by requirements to upgrade the fire safety system. And sadly, although installed, the hotel's fire alarm system was ineffective due to being outdated and had been disabled. Even in 1972, 8 years before the fire, the Clark County Fire Department had recommended that the hotel management install a more modern fire safety system. However, the hotel owner refused due to the high cost. They did not want to spend $192,000, equivalent to 0.16% of the total project investment. This discovery caused public outrage, but the hotel management insisted they had never received any such recommendation. The tragedy prompted the then governor of Nevada to establish a special committee on fire safety. Then in 1981, Nevada enacted a groundbreaking law requiring all hotels, motels, office buildings, and residential buildings over 17 meters tall to install automatic sprinklers. More specifically, all hotels and other public buildings in Nevada had to be equipped with voice evacuation notification systems, smoke detectors in every bedroom, as well as an automatic shutdown mechanism for ventilation and air conditioning systems, or HVAC for short, to prevent smoke spread during a fire. And thanks to these changes, Nevada became a pioneer in enacting strict fire safety regulations. After the disaster, the MGM Grand Hotel spent a total of $50 million to repair the fire damage. When it reopened in July 1981, the hotel was equipped with a state-of-the-art fire safety system with a microprocessor controller, monitoring over 1,300 points throughout the hotel. However, alongside that, MGM Grand's leadership faced more than 1,350 lawsuits, with total compensation claims amounting to at least $2 billion, along with 80 manufacturers and suppliers. MGM ultimately agreed to pay a total of $223 million in compensation. Nevertheless, they never acknowledged any intentional wrongdoing. More sadly, no related individuals or organizations were prosecuted. MGM Grand reopened as if nothing had happened. But the haunting memories of those lucky enough to survive this tragedy certainly remain forever. As for you, what are your thoughts on this unfortunate incident at MGM Grand? Please leave your opinion in the comment section below. And before you go, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to Con Ha and the entire team to encourage us to continue searching for more exciting content. And now, Con Ha would like to bid you farewell and see you in the next videos.
If the veil stirred, subscribe and meet the next encounter.